What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we finally have our first glimpse at the 5th anniversary on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan. At this current point in time, we still do not have any information pertaining to the official anniversary Sugo Fest. But in this video, we have some news that actually dropped today, and it's pretty big news. So we're going to be going through that in this video right now. So I've started off at the bottom, we're going to scroll all the way to the top. And first of all, we are going to be talking about the 5th anniversary campaign event. There's actually something else that I want to talk about as well in this video. There's actually a few things. So let's go ahead and get into the brand new campaign event. So this is going to be running, I actually didn't even see the date, from the 8th of May to the 28th. Now, we're not really too sure at this current point in time whether there's going to be a part 2 or not. I hope there is, because part 2 events are always extremely hype as well. But anyways, let's get into this. So this is the 5th anniversary campaign. The first event here is this this picture of a mug, and these mugs are what you use to refill your stamina inside the new game mode. So I made a video last month talking about this, about a brand new game mode arriving on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan, which is called the Kizuna Raid or something like that. And they actually mentioned in that specific post, I didn't mention it in my video because we didn't have the full translations at that time, but they said that you cannot refill your stamina in that game mode normally with rainbow gems, which in my opinion is a little bit of a downfall, because I'm the type of person that would refill no matter what. However, they have a specific item that if you get a hold of, you can use it to refill your stamina in that new game mode. So this is what this item is, and what they're saying is that throughout this period, you can log in and get copies of this item to refill your stamina, which is great. So they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They give you 7 total, which I think is fair. Would have been nice to get more, but we're not really too certain how difficult the actual new specific game mode is. We don't know if you are dedicated, like need these specific things, because they did state that these game modes, the Kizuna Raid, is going to be here for a very long time. So they do know that it takes a long time to max out the character and get all the rewards. So I assume that they've planned it out in a way where, you know, if you do use these specific things to refill your stamina, it's good and all, but you don't need to do it. I assume that with the time frame that they give you to max out the character, that this isn't really necessary. But for a person like me who plays the game a lot, this is going to be a very useful item. And hopefully there are ways to get this item you know, within either the new game mode itself, maybe you spend the tickets to get it as a reward, or whether there's some other way to get more copies of this, because I know definitely hardcore Japan players are going to be wanting this specifically. And then moving on to the next event, always going to be really hyped to see the brand new ship is going to be arriving, the 5th anniversary ship. Now, obviously, we already know how good the brand new anniversary ship is going to be. 1.5 times attack and 3 times experience. And then on part 2, it's going to be, or the second part of the event, is going to be 1.5 times attack and max special. So they've already got dates here. This actually surpasses past the end date of this particular campaign, so I don't know if that means that there is going to be a part 2. I think they've done this prior in many events, and they haven't really, you know, alluded to a part 2 before, but just putting it out there that is potentially happening, that could be a part 2, but still, this ship's always going to be really, really good, and I think this is actually... that might be available throughout the treasure map. They actually state in this post exactly when the treasure map is, but if not, it might even just be max special ship during the treasure map, which is pretty good, especially if you haven't maxed out trusty characters. That's going to be really, really good. Moving on there for part 3, this is a 5th anniversary island that is going to be available on the 12th of May, and you have up until the 31st to clear it, and it's an island that you can clear once, and you can go ahead and get your hands on a turkey, which is great. And on top of this, it also mentions that there's going to be new background music for this particular stage as well. They did also state that there is a maintenance, or not a maintenance, but a new update coming for Treasure Cruise Japan, and there is no maintenance for this update. It's a very small update, but the only thing that they stated that it changes is bug fixes, and they're changing the background music on the title screen of Treasure Cruise, and they stated here that that specific track will be available in this specific island as well. So I'm really interested to see what kind of track they're going to be going for. I'm excited to hear it, so we'll have to wait and see for that one, but hopefully it would be cool if they actually change the title screen itself. It's been a long time since they've updated it. For those who don't know, that actually did get updated about 2 years ago, I would say, so it would be cool if they did update it for, you know, more current stuff, but it is what it is, nothing really too major. But event 3, you get a free turkey, which is great. Event number 4 is going to be some event islands with some cola islands, cotton candy, you can see +10, which is awesome, and also Socotome Island. I love the Socotome Island, especially now the global finally has stacking. When we get this event back, it's going to be so much more useful. I hated having to, you know, waste up like 400 spots just for these Socotomes. It was quite annoying to deal with, but you know, now we have access to this, so it's good. And Japan is going to be having this for a pretty decent amount of time, and I don't know if they're going to be available consecutively, or you know, for a couple days it's this, then it's this, then it's this, or if they're all available every single day throughout that period. That would be nuts. So either way, really cool event for them. Then here we go. So this is what I mentioned on V-Jump. The V-Jump magazine came out a couple weeks ago, and this was actually a character they did reveal in the V-Jump magazine. It was the Chopper and Carrot dual unit. Now, we thought that this might allude to the anniversary legend, which we are going to be getting to, because I think that something in this specific post does hint towards the anniversary legend. But I think that this is going to be a really cool sort of, you know, gift character that they're giving away. So from what I know, you basically clear a bunch of beginner island quests, and then it basically states when you do clear them, you get additional copies of this character. I assume they're going to have a support ability. I assume they're going to have a limit break. They might not have a limit break, but it does say that you get 4 copies. So maybe they come with like support level 1, and then the 4 copies give you max support. I'm not really too certain how they're going to be structuring this character, but I assume that once we get the data download for the new anniversary batch, that this will probably come along with the download. Although it does say, you know, on the 8th, this is going to be arriving. So maybe we should be getting a download by then. We'll have to wait and see. But we do know that the anniversary Sugo Fest is not actually starting on that date. There will be a filler Sugo Fest, and then after that should be the debut of the anniversary. The 6th event is just an island where you can get skill books for a bunch of very, very powerful legends. Wipe It Hamako, V3 Sabo, V2 Sanji, and Jinbei. So this is a pretty cool event right here, especially if you are missing skill books for these characters. Moving on though, this is it looks like a clash of clashes for Raid Capone. You've got Raid Big Mom, Raid Bato, and Raid ZORO. All these characters are pretty nice to have, definitely maxed out. So that's going to be running from the 3rd of May until the 5th of June. So throughout the entire month, there's going to be, it looks like half stamina for all of these different raid bosses that are going to be out, which is great. Now, here we get to the really big part of this particular campaign event, right? Event number 8. 5x skill up. Now, that's cool and all. Like, 5x skill up is really freaking sick. But it's the character that's on this banner that has me super excited, right? This Luffy is not a character in the game. So, I have a feeling that the anniversary legend for 2019 on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan is going to be a dual unit, Luffy and Law. That is my full confirmation, my quote-unquote confirmation, my subjective opinion about that. I do think the anniversary legend will be this Luffy partnered with Law. I feel like they might have just cut Law's out, like artwork out of this particular image, because you look, this fire goes all the way out here. I don't know, I'm being really too speculative right now, but I do think that this might be the anniversary legend. I could be completely wrong. We'll have to wait and see. But I do think that this is a very high probability that this could be the case, because we've seen with the 4x skill up, I think there was a really cool character on that artwork. I don't remember exactly, but this Luffy, we've never seen it before, and this is the first time they've ever showcased this Luffy. And I tried translating this. This never mentioned anything about the Luffy himself, but 5x skill up is still either way going to be really, really hype. But man, this Luffy, when I saw the artwork, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they're actually going to make Luffy an anniversary legend once again. I didn't think it was going to happen, but they're going to do it, I feel. Moving on though, for number 9, this looks like 0 stamina for all story missions. Yeah, that's Whole Cake Island. So yeah, 0 stamina. So if you are wanting to start the Japan version of Treasure Cruise, this is the best time to start, because if you can play through all of the adventures with 0 stamina, you literally will be able to play forever. You can get lots of leveling up, you can start your account and stuff like that. So I think if you are wanting to start Japan, now is the best time to do it. So, you know, you can re-roll on the anniversary Sugo Fest, get the best new character, which probably is going to be the anniversary legend, depending on what it is. We'll have to wait and see about that one, but that's a really cool event. Unfortunately, I don't think they ever brought 0 stamina story missions to global. I don't think they ever did that. So that would be nice if they did do that, because you could get some crazy amounts of experience from farming some of those missions, especially when you have the 3x EXP ship on top of that. It's completely bonkers. Moving on though, number 10, it looks like just, it might be friend point pools or extra turtles from the Turtle Islands. Yeah, again, it's the same sort of stuff. This looks like half stamina for certain missions on Extra Island, and we have the treasure map. So here's the treasure map confirmation. So this is the island that runs before treasure map goes live, where you can get the free-to-play point boosters. Now, it says it finishes on the 26th, and it said that the 3x EXP ship finished on the 27th. So I would assume maybe on the 27th is going to be the next treasure map for Japan, which means that they get the max special ship for their treasure map, which is pretty cool. And the last one we have is the EXP Island with Rayleigh, Socket Tome Island with Robin, and the gem every single day. So that's the full campaign for the 5th anniversary. Really cool stuff there. We just have to wait and see for when the Sugo Fest gets downloaded, man. That is what we're all waiting for at this point. Waiting to see what the anniversary batch is going to be like. However, we now have full confirmation as to what this Sanji and Zoro unit actually does. And it is mind-boggling how good this character is, right? So I'm trying to pull it up on the side here to make sure that I actually get it correct. But yeah, so this is the new character that is going to be arriving for the new game mode, as we mentioned before. And this character is wild. Like, I can't believe how powerful this character is. Weirdly enough, this is actually starting like in 2 days time as of me recording this video right now. So this is happening very, very soon. And we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. It says it only lasts for like a certain amount of time, so I'm not really too certain what that's all about. But anyways, let's talk about this character. I'll probably have a graphic up on the side so you guys can have a full rundown of what it does. So it boosts the attack of fighters and slashers when they're combined by 3.75 times. Also makes their dex orbs, quick recovery, and tandem orbs matching for fighters and slashers. What a great captain effect straight off the bat. And his special ability is nothing like we've ever seen. So it does 100 times his attack in typeless damage to all enemies, which is very, very good. He then will also boost the attack of slashers and fighters by 2.75 for 1 turn if your health is full when you activate the special. This is the first type boost that exceeds 2.25, and it goes up to 2.75. Like, we just completely skipped over a 2.5 times type boost. This goes all the way up to a 2.75 boost, right? And even if you are not at full health when you activate the special, you still get a 2 times attack boost for 2 turns. Man, that's wild. And then on top of that, he also becomes the dual unit for 3 turns. And as we've seen with a lot of free-to-play dual units, they typically will only join for that dual unit for 1 or 2 turns if it's a free-to-play unit. I love the fact that this character will fuse for 3 turns, meaning that you can use his special on a turn prior and then move on to the final stage and still have the dual unit captain effect. I think that is a very, very good buff for a very good free-to-play dual unit character. And I didn't mention it on the graphic, but on the switching effect, they get rid of slotline completely on themselves and give themselves a matching orb. So he's not the most amazing switch effect ever, but it's still kind of useful. So that's a really, really great addition that we do know what this does now, and this character is going to be very useful, definitely, for fighters and slasher teams respectively. And the final thing I want to mention in this video is this is the filler Sugo Fest before the anniversary. Now, the really cool thing about this is that every single day while this Sugo Fest is live, the people on the Japan version get a free multi every single day. You heard that correct. Global players, please don't cry because we will probably get this when it arrives. Well, we're hoping that it arrives. But yes, Japan players get a free multi on the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. And then obviously on the 12th it actually finishes. And that's when I would assume the Anniversary Sugo Fest would begin. This is crazy, right? Because they're basically rating up all of the good Straw Hat legends like V2 Zoro, V2 Sanji, Snake Man is rate boosted. You can pull Frankie, Robin, Nami. All of those really good Straw Hat legends are all rate boosted in this Sugo. Obviously, do not pull if you play Japan. There's no reason to. Just do your free multi every single day, and that's more than enough to hold you over until we get the official Anniversary Sugo Fest, because like, trust me, it's going to be an amazing Sugo Fest. It's going to have a crazy red rate. The characters are going to be great. The rate boosts are going to be amazing. Just trust me, the anniversary will be something special. So that's the full information that we have right now as per the 5th anniversary on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan. I guess the next video relating to Treasure Cruise Japan that I'll be uploading will be hopefully when we get a data download for the new characters, which I'm really hoping are going to be good characters. So we'll have to wait and see for that. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. And if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.